Deux,
5, 4,
trois.
3, 2, 1. Here we go. What's up? What's up? What's up? Gotta turn it back on when it turned off. You know what I'm saying? We back. That's what it means. That ain't make that much fucking sense, but you know.
Doesn't make sense at all.
Fuck, I'm tired.
Terrible
Yeah,
intro.
I'm fucking tired. You fucking you
Yeah,
disgusting little you.
Well, I'm a little lit, you know?
I feel that. All right. Let's get started. Let's see. We don't support. Okay.
What?
When do we get started with this? We
We
have
don't
like 3
support
links
what?
up.
Speak for yourself.
We don't support. Wow. Okay. Apparently, he supports everyone. He's very inclusive. Everybody. He's very inclusive.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let's move on.
Actually, thank you.
Let's see. Okay. Well, we're gonna first talk about this is gonna be episode 5, and we decided, as a unit, right? A unit being only 2 people, which is not really a unit, but okay. We decided that this will be our conspiracy session, right? This whole episode will be just nothing but conspiracy talk, and we're
Oh
gonna be as
boy.
blunt as possible without. Yeah, we're gonna try to be blunt. He can't really control him being blunt. Like he said, he's a little lit, and unfortunately, I cannot join that party because I'm liquorless right now. But
That's sad.
I'm getting that moonshine. Though. I'm gonna show you that next time. I know, bro. It really is. You lucky as fuck though. I was over here. Yeah, bro. There's this moonshine.
He said,
There's this fucking moonshine, bro. There's this moonshine that's like they have holiday versions. They have holiday version where it's like there's eggnog version, there's pecan pie version, there's fucking pumpkin spice. I was like, bro, I'm gonna get a whole collection of these moonshine, and I'm gonna just chug them. That's bad. Everybody who's listening, underage, do not chug moonshine. All right, don't do that.
Please
That's
do.
a bad decision. You're not gonna. Don't listen
That's
to him.
Great.
Okay, don't do that. Don't listen to him. That's
I chugged a fucking.
That's how you. That's oh man, that's how you fucking end up on the other side of the moon. Okay, that's what we'll say. That's not what you want to do. Okay. Continuing to the conspiracy
right side
theories.
of the dirt.
Actually, this is something less. Right, facts. Before we get into conspiracy theories, we're sort of going to segue into it a little bit later. But right now, we're going to bring up something that's sort of been a discovery around April 3rd, I think, around that time. And it's the title is Experiment Proposed to Demonstrate Traversable Wormhole via Counterfactual Quantum Teleportation Protocol. So the reason why we're getting into the science-y subject and about teleportation and quantum physics and all of that fucking bourgeoisie, the reason why we're getting into that, right, is because it has something to do with the topic we're sort of going to jump into right after this. Okay. I guess. Well, do you want to sort of start it off, or do you want me to start the combo about it?
But I know nothing.
Huh?
About quantum, nothing.
Okay, well, let me just break it down, right? Pretty much to summarize
Go
this
for
whole
it.
article, because to be honest, we're not fucking scientists. I was into quantum physics when I was like early teenage years. I was into a lot of that type of stuff. But let's try to jog my memory a bit by summarizing this. Pretty much, okay. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. I just fucking breathe through my nose and my ear just
Okay, buddy.
So, excuse me. Excuse me, that threw me off for a second there. But pretty much what this
Nice.
says is using let me fucking find the proper termination. Let me find it. Through using the intrinsic spatial correlation, which is quantum entanglement of vacuum energy density, people have discussed experiments that was around teleportation through traversable micro wormhole, as that literally says, which means through, I guess, what it would, how would we summarize, how would we like sort of condense that, right? I guess through, trying to put this in a sentence. It's pretty much teleportation, right? Through sending one atom to the other through a wormhole, which is created in a way that's using around light speed. Yeah, it uses light speed in order to create a wormhole that can teleport one object to the next. That the fuck it is. Now, how they do that, right? They required unified physics, which is quantum gravity, to sort of prove that wormholes exist, right? So that would happen in the past. That was sort of talked about in the past. It's usually what general relativity, right, under that topic. Um, sort of um, how do I sort of word this? I'm sort of struggling to like formulate proper fucking sentences because while I'm talking, sort of reading.
Well, it's not the teleportation we think of, though, generally.
Right, it's not because what we think of is what like I guess generally what people think
Like
of
instantly,
teleportation. They
just
think of yeah, it's instant, but this is not really instant, right? Because they're using
no.
yeah, so they're using experiments using gravity, right? Which by using gravity they'll take a something, right? Like I would say, what exactly are they using? Let me just get that down actually, so I could um
Yeah.
yeah, let me get that down because I think that's the piece I'm missing. Um,
It won't be faster than the speed of light, essentially. It will never,
yeah, so it won't be
is what
faster.
it's
Yeah, because
saying.
instantaneous would imply that it's faster than the speed of light.
Right.
Which it is not.
It's never
It'll
done that,
be a
so.
little bit less, if not exactly as quick as light.
Right.
So reading it. This is me reading it.
So it means the transfer will
Quasi.
never occur faster than the speed of light.
Right, exactly. That's because we don't know anything that is faster than the speed of light. That's sort of why.
Right.
Um, but yeah. So it's quasi instantaneous teleportation. Um, okay, that is. Oh shit. Sorry. While I was just sort of saying and trying to formulate a sentence, I read something that didn't make fucking sense to me because I'm dumb. Following the
Damn.
tautology, were A to happen, B would happen. B did not happen, therefore A did not happen.
Right.
So that
Makes
was sort
sense.
of how they yeah, it makes complete sense. It's not at all it's not at all easy to think about, man. It's let me sort of continue with what it's saying. Um okay, so what is what I thought. It's using the misplacing an atom and play and sort of directing it to somewhere else, right? That's what the fuck I
Imagine
think it
just
means.
misplacing an
It's
atom.
right. It's like try to control the
Oops.
direction of a misplaced atom. That's what they're trying to do, pretty much. That's what it sounds like. What they're trying to do, which is fucking mind-boggling. So which is weird because
That is.
we'll get into that next. Actually, it's weird in of its fucking stuff because it's all it sounds hypothetical, right? It all sounds hypothetical, but um whoa. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Holy moly. This I'm sorry. I'm reading it and it just sounds like it took so fucking long to even get to this point. It took so
Oh, but it
long for
did.
them to even get to the point where they're able to do this, dude. It's insane. The oh my gosh. Okay. All right. I realize I sound like a complete fucking idiot. Throughout the beginning of this podcast, it is because this is obviously going over my head, and I'm trying to trigger bits and pieces of my memory to sort of respond appropriately to this, and it's I'm doing all of that while trying to read and understand what's going on
Oh no, that
at
makes
the same
sense. Where
time,
A to
and it's a
happen,
bit.
B would happen. B did not happen, therefore A did not happen. That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, it makes complete sense.
Oh, I get what you're saying now.
Um, oh, you're at that part now. Yeah.
Yeah, I just read it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yep. That's yeah. So okay. Um, the proposed experiment has the
Polarizing
goal of
beam.
full teleportation without the exchange of any physical intermediaries between sender and receiver. And if successful, will be the strongest demonstration of traversable wormhole physics yet achieved. The experiment is detailed in the Journal of Quantum Science and Technology, and based on protocol conceived and authored by physicist Salih, who is an honorary research fellow at the University of Bristol's Quantum Engineering Technology, which is QET Labs, and co-founder of the startup Dot Quantum. Uh, the procedure utilizes what's called counterfactual quantum communication, or what Hatim Salih terms counterportation, which is wow. Because although it achieves the end goal of teleportation quasi-instantaneously, this embodies translocation, unlike quantum teleportation that requires a spatial exchange of a physical signal. Counterportation doesn't so without any detectable information. Carries in that sense it is counterfactual communication. That just blew my fucking mind because I understood that. Because I understood that. That blew my fucking mind. That is theoretical. That is what the fuck that is, and that's what. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to see
Right.
how they even fucking found out how to do that. Because this sounds like something you'd make up, right? This sounds like some shit Star Trek would make up, and they fucked around, and it actually became plausible over time. Um,
Right.
Shit. However, the quantum information processing, the goal is to maintain the superposition state of the information carrying particles, or qubits, so that the wave function can be maximally leveraged. This can prevent quite a challenge. This can present quite a challenge when it comes to computational information processing, because conventional computation processes is based on interrogation, the state of informational bits. If this is done with a quantum state, however, the wave function is reduced and can no longer be utilized for quantum information processing. There is a method, however, to maintain the wave function while still accessing the information. The qubit superposition state carries that it is via soft measurements or interaction free measurements. Counterfactual computation is just one of an example of an interaction free measurement, and the protocol has been experimentally verified. So, what the fuck I just said earlier, erase it all. Bruh. Okay. I guess what I was reading earlier was sort of a reference note, right?
Mm,
So it can sort of bring you up to speed about what they're doing now with this article.
okay.
Fucking hell. Holy heaven. Okay. Um okay. Reading all of that, this diagram that they have makes a lot more sense.
Yeah,
Source. Yeah, it does. I don't know how, but
totally.
it does. Fucking
I mean, if you read what
interesting.
everything means, it makes sense. It's basically
Right,
bouncing
right,
stuff
right.
off
That's what I'm
mirrors.
saying. Exactly. Literally that. Literally fucking that. Um,
Quite literally.
Controlling the direction of something. That's what that is.
Yeah.
It's controlling the direction of something by superimposing it in one location. That's what. Am I
Right.
right? Am I right or wrong? So
Essentially, yeah.
yeah, that sounds fucking insane, dude. That blows my mind. If any of what I said made sense, that right there pretty much summarizes what they're doing. And if it sounds if it makes and if it dude, holy heaven, if it sounds insane, it's because it is. And if it sounds completely theoretical, as I said earlier, it's because it seems to be, or at
I
least it
mean, it's yeah,
was
it's
at one
theoretical.
time. Yeah, theoretical, but they're conducting experiments. Experiments. See this fucking guy with the counter position.
Conspirants.
See, I can't even think straight, bro. I'm so like interested
N-A-N-A-N-A.
in this, and I'm overthinking, bro.
Magic.
Oh man. Okay, we've been on the subject for a little too long. But pretty much they're keeping something in superposition and bouncing it off, trying to control the direction of the atom or qubit, uh, and using, I guess, mirrors, um, to sort of put one thing in one location to the next. Uh,
Right.
which yeah,
To get it to
which
go where they want it
means
to go.
exactly. So that means teleportation. By doing this, it creates teleportation rather than um the idea sort of you see what I'm trying to say? When someone's thinking of teleportation, they have to go by
Yeah,
the laws
not
of teleportation
like
as we know it.
right.
Yeah, not like how this is not like how they're doing right now. What they're doing right now is creating their own means of teleportation. Through
Mm-hmm.
pretty much through theoretical physics, right? They're just everything is
Mm-hmm.
happening in a way that's sort of what's the word? What's the word I'm trying to look for? Um, Sort of happening
I don't
it's
know what
happening
you're
in a
for.
way that yeah, it sounds the word I keep thinking of the word redundant. It's not fucking redundant. It's not the fucking word, but it's sort of
That dude.
yeah, it's so not the word, but it seems to be happening in a way that's not making sense, right? But that's why they're conducting experiments because they're taking these things that would normally not happen, that would not make sense, and they're making it make sense in their own way, right? I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And so I guess I'll end my part of talking about this by saying there is some evidence to back this up, but that evidence has to do with conspiracy theories. There was this guy who a scientist or an engineer, I believe he was, and he claimed he had worked in Area 51 and he had high level access, right? And the story goes that with his high level access, he went down to an underground area where this has to do now. This is getting to the
Mm-hmm.
conspiracy part where he saw like lizard people, right, reptilians, and he saw government agents going into a chamber where they would, or like an area where they would be atomized by light, by some type of light, and they would appear from one location to the next location, and the next location being Mars. That's what the guy says. The engineer said. But so that's why I'm sort of those
So
were
the
the sort
guy's a
of
nut
thoughts I was having
job.
while reading this. Pretty much, but after reading this, not so much. Because he just sort of talked a little bit about this without it being public, without this even happening publicly yet. But
Okay.
since we're getting so that's sort of my segue into our next topic, which has to do again with time travel, but in a way that we could sort of break down easier, right? Uh, Specifically, we're talking about
Mm-hmm.
a controversial instrument of time travel called the chronovisor, right? I really love this topic
Okay.
of the chronovisor or chronovisor. I don't know how you would call it. Yeah, but pretty much it's how would I say this, right? Uh, hmm. In the 1960s, a group of respected Italian physicists, quote unquote respected, to suppose I think they just call themselves respected or whatever. Physicists, engineers, and mathematicians led by Pellegrino Ernetti, a Benedictine friar and former physicist, um, was said to have created something called the chronovisor. And it was a machine that could look into the past and bring back recordings of historical events, like a television using the combination of a cathode ray tube, dials, antennas, and some sort of resonance amplifier. So specifically, what he said he has seen from this
Hmm.
machine was the crucifixion. Yes, the crucifixion, the crucifixion of Christ. Right.
How's he
That's
saying
what
he
he said he
saw it?
claims to have seen. Yeah, so he through this machine called the chronovisor that but that he and including a bunch of well respected quote unquote physicists and mathematicians and so on. They said they put this machine together to be able to not travel back in time, but to visualize what had happened in the past.
Uh-huh.
But that was just one of the things, right, that they claim to have been able to see. Another thing that they have claimed to see was a performance of a lost Roman tragedy by the poet Ennius, Napoleon Bonaparte delivering a speech to his army, the signing of the Treaty of Westphalia, which ended the 30th Years' War in 1648, the construction of the Temple of Solomon in Jerusalem, and here's this one. This is probably if I've okay. The list I already
Temple of
gave you. If it
Solomon.
doesn't blow your mind already, yeah, yeah. If what I just told you didn't blow your mind, this is one that blew my mind
Uh-huh.
the most. Well, the second thing, the second most epic thing that I've seen him say that he saw was Dante's journey through the realms of the afterlife, as described in the Divine Comedy. Did you get to read Dante's Inferno before?
Dante's Inferno, yeah. I know Dante's
So
Inferno.
this guy, this friar, he claims to have seen Dante's journey through the realms of hell. So, yep.
Sounds like he's tripping on
Um,
something.
However, yeah, he sounds like he ate some, he drank liquefied mushrooms. That's what the fuck he sounds like. Um, but these claims were never widely supported. Well, yeah, really, I didn't know that. Many people rejected them as simply a figment of the inventor's imagination. Um, that makes sense. However, he did, into his old
Right.
age, he did say that he was being honest. Um, so he did say he was being honest, and he did have what's it called? He did have references, right? He called out some people by name. So those people being um, including Enrico Fermi, a Nobel winner in physics, Werner von Braun, who helped mastermind the Nazi weapons that terrorized Europe, and the Italian rocket scientist General Umberto Ortenzi. All are certainly accomplished persons, and it would not be beyond the realm of possibility that this outstanding group of innovators had the skills and resources to develop such a machine. That's what they wrote in this. I don't consider uh, Werner von Braun a outstanding person with a lot of skill, but that's just me. I don't think you should give a Nazi their accolades. That's pretty. You know what I mean? That sounds pretty fucking stupid. Um, but
Fair.
yeah. So they said that they have developed this around, I believe they said the 1960s. But
Okay.
yeah, that the American Intelligence Agency was said to have explored time travel with and recruited Werner von Braun at the end of World War II. Um,
Hmm.
so that would be CIA now, you know. Um, yeah.
Right.
What are your thoughts about that? What are your thoughts about that, man?
I don't know
Do you think the
about
coronavirus could be a real thing?
about. Mm, I mean, yeah, it's possible.
You think so?
I think anything's possible.
Okay, that's fair. It's very fair. I kind of agree with that. Um,
I mean, yeah.
yeah, because I mean, yeah. We just got done talking about someone who's developing time travel, or teleportation. I mean, um,
hmm
well, I guess teleportation and time travel, or teleportation through the means of time travel. I guess, um, which is
Right.
mind fucking boggling. But yeah. Um, what are your thoughts about the Freer or Friar, whatever it's pronounced?
Fryer.
What are your thoughts about him? The Friar. Okay. What are your thoughts about him? Do you think he's being honest? Because well into his old age, he stuck to what he was saying. He really did.
You might think he's being honest. Whether he is or not, I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't think he
Um,
is, but
Supposedly, also, I forgot to mention that the Vatican was said to have housed the coronavirus and is continuously keeping it right now. Is the one who's in charge of holding it right now is the Vatican.
huh.
Yeah, supposedly.
Okay.
But
Right.
yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, also, not just the Vatican, but the CIA and U.S. military, not military. What the hell? As I said, it's late, people, and my brain is going. Um, but yeah. So the Vatican, the CIA, and U.S. military are in possession of the working chronovisors, as in more than once, more than one. My bad. Um,
Hmm.
so take that what you will. I think it's very interesting, right? Because um now it's such a unique take, right, on the whole time travel thing, right? Um because how we
hmm
see it in pop culture, it's from people like Doctor Who, right? Or things like other media. Well, what else? Who else has done it? Many people. The one that's coming to mind though, which is sort of blocking my memory, is Doctor Who, which is the one in the old police call box.
Oh.
Um, Back to the Future as well has done time
Yeah.
travel with their Yeah, their car.
Oh,
What was
Back
the
to the
car? What
Future.
was
Yep.
it? What kind of car was it? What kind of car was Back to the Future?
Oh, come on. I was thinking of it earlier. It's the I can't think of it. Uh
uh, DeLorean. DeLorean.
oh, maybe not. It's DeLorean. There we go.
The DeLorean. Right? Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
the DeLorean. Yeah. Damn, have you seen the new one? Or is that a concept? Are they still making DeLoreans? What's going on here?
I thought they were rebooting it,
Yeah, they
like
are.
making a new one. I mean,
Yeah, they are. It's kind of looking nice. Holy moly.
dang, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, me neither. This is my first time right now. We're off topic once again. I don't think we ever were on topic. Let's be honest. Let's see. With my lack of
Happens.
understanding physics. um. Holy moly. This is cool. You can reserve. Let me see. let me see something. Let me see something.
So you can reserve.
Don't judge me, okay? I like nostalgic things. Your journey to ownership.
Oh my god.
Oh, really? It's $88 for a lifetime membership. Really? That's pretty cool.
I hope you know it really won't take you back to the future.
You know, I can dream. Okay, I can dream. Once you successfully purchase
No,
your
it's not
membership
allowed.
slot, it's not. Well, the Chronovisor says otherwise. Okay.
The coronavirus could
You
suck
know.
my dick.
You know, if it could do that, it'd be so cool. Imagine
Oh my
if you
god.
could just.
You did not just. No, I'm not gonna imagine.
Why?
It's like, cool, bro. Heck no.
Hmm. Interesting.
Jeez.
When you look up Chronovisor, there's like an old school picture that claims that it's the real Jesus through the Chronovisor. Apparently,
Really?
I guess. Wait a minute. We just see. Hold on, my brain. Apparently, there's a leaked image of Jesus from the Chronovisor. I'll send it through Discord right now so you can check it out. Don't click that. My bad. Hold on. Oh my gosh, these stupid
Oh my
little
goodness.
links. These little dumb links.
This dude.
I know. I don't know, man. Okay, these not my fault. These links suck.
It is.
Let's see. Save link. Boom, boom, boom. Upload. Okay, boom. There we go. So supposedly that's that. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of eerie to look at. To tell you the complete truth. Um,
Okay.
it's weird, right? That the Freyr,
Yeah, it's
I think,
weird.
is the one who's. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, exactly. That the Friar is supposedly is the one taking the photo or something. I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one with the side profile is supposed to be Jesus.
Okay. I mean, I don't necessarily think so, but who knows?
Bro, what if? What if, bro? That'd be mind dog. I would cry. No capazoid, bro. I'd be like, there's no shot. This guy really like I wouldn't believe it even though I was seeing that. I'd be like, that's mind boggling. Yeah, it's interesting. But yep. Moving on to our third subject. Erasing all these things, my bad. Okay. Our third subject for conspiracy today. This one will be, I think, our last subject. We may talk about this a bit more heavily, right? Because this has popped up throughout the years. And apparently,
your favorite guy.
How is he my favorite? Okay, explain. How is my favorite guy? Yeah, sure. Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever you say, bro. My favorite. Oh man, Lord.
Yeah, it is.
I'll have you know, my favorite guy is John Constantine.
Adolf.
That's my favorite guy. Wow, that's a large leap from John Constantine. That is such a leap. Whoa. That is a humongous leap. I don't know what to say about that. Okay.
Explain
Britain's Prince
yourself.
Charles, now king. There's nothing to explain. I don't like Adolf. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? What the hell? This fucking guy. Alright. Speaking of potentially horrible people, not even potentially, actually horrible people. Britain's Prince Charles, now king, is trying to get in on the vampire trend. This article was written in 2011, but this subject has popped up over the years. Because the heir to the British throne, well, he is in the British throne now, says he's related to Vlad the Impaler. Yes, this is a claim from him, and it was buried, and this is the only article I could find about it, and it was made in 2011 by CBS News. What happened is the prince tried to connect with the area, stating that genealogy shows that he's related to Vlad. Charles has long worked to conserve the forests and have bought a home in the region. Once on a visit to Romania earlier that year in 2011, he called Transylvania a national treasure because of its unspoiled landscape and centuries-old rural farming traditions. Which is ironic because if he's actually related to Vlad the Impaler, well, you know, if you know, you know, okay.
Yeah.
Vlad the Impaler wasn't exactly a very fond of the garden, okay, of any garden, any land that he was on. Besides the forest that he created. But but yeah, that's a dark joke for you right there.
Yeah. He was very fond of that.
He was. But speaking of, Prince Charles being a vampire, it's popped up over the years, and a lot of times you'll see clips of a notable conspiracy theorist named Alex Jones. That guy, yes, the fat dude who's very odd behavior.
He's not fat. He's like stocky.
He's very fat.
I wouldn't call him
I can
fat.
call him fat. He's very fat.
I think
He's
he's
so fat
stocky.
that he gets mad.
I wouldn't see him as
You think
fat.
he's stocky? Bro, his legs are like toothpicks under that fat belly.
Yeah, he's got like a stocky
Okay.
build.
Now, when I think of stocky, I think of like broad
I
shoulders
sense a
and
little
stuff.
hostility here. Is there something you want to?
Why? Okay, yeah, no, there's no hostility, but there is truth to the
I
matter.
don't know.
He is a fat man, a fat,
I think he's
blushy faced
stocky, but
man.
okay.
He probably lost weight since I last seen him though. No cap. The last time I saw him,
I
I
mean,
believe he
back when
was
I
on Joe
last
Rogan's
saw
podcast.
him, before everything went down, I thought he was stocky. Oh, I didn't think he was fat.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
don't know, man. Last time I saw him, he was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I believe he was just like
Oh, when he got high?
maybe yeah, that time. I don't even watch Joe
Okay.
Rogan's podcast. I just see occasional clips, and I watch the whole thing later on. Uh,
Okay.
Alex Jones, Joe Rogan. I'll send you an image of how he looked. Yeah, he's fat man, large behemoth human.
You sound like all the Trump haters, man. Fat man. Fat orange man.
What?
Like, you really gonna attack a person over
Oh,
their
because they
looks?
did.
Chill, brother.
First of all, I'm fat. Fuck you. Okay.
He's still judging a book by its cover. Like, I would
bro.
never attack someone
So
over
I
the looks.
have.
That's all I'm gonna say.
First of all, fuck you. That's a lie. But
That's
everyone
not
who's
a lie.
watching this,
Facts.
everyone who is watching this podcast right now, who's listening in, can just visit us a couple episodes ago. You fucking asswipe.
Me saying what? What
You
did I say
fucking
about somebody's
gaslighter.
looks? Not a damn
This
thing.
guy's gaslighting so hard.
I'm not. I'm telling you the complete and utter truth. Thank you.
Oh no, this fucking guy. But
Yeah.
yeah. So Alex Jones, he was talking about how King Charles. I guess it's weird to say now. King Charles is a vampire and how he sleeps in a casket below the castle that Vlad once owned. And that's something to do with adrenochrome bars, but also something that Alex Jones has said. More bars. Boom. Come on. I'm going in right now. I don't even know. Okay. But like that's sort of what's been happening. And it's odd because he himself apparently has said that he was related to him. And the reason why we're sort of talking about it is because how horrible Vlad the Impaler is and what this sort of insinuates for the royal throne, right?
Yeah.
Because if he's supposed to be a king right now, right? And he's blood related to Vlad the Impaler, what does that mean for the royal throne? Right?
I mean, you
I'm not
think they
exactly
care?
sure how
They met
that
with
would work.
Hitler when he was in
Even
power, so.
did they? Oh shit!
Yeah,
They did.
they did. They got
Wow,
gifts
that's
from him. I'm sure they have Nazi gold.
Oh, I'm sure about that. Yeah, I'm sure the Vatican does too. Actually, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, man, that's a bunch of wild stuff. Because if that's man, wow, okay, dude. There's so much in
Mm-hmm.
history that has to do with that sort of thing, right? With like
Unfortunately, yeah.
people who gain power by like horrible means, and then they end up just stealing and giving to people like the Vatican, people like
Right.
like the other governments of like in Europe and stuff like that. It's sort of a thing
Mm-hmm.
that's been done over and over, and I'm not sure why.
Because
The
they have aligned
possessions of these things
interests.
don't grant you right, but they don't grant you any assets. You know what I mean? No one's gonna be like,
No.
you know what I mean? Yeah. No one's gonna be like, hey, I'll trade you the fucking chronovisor for this nuke. No one's gonna fucking do that. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's not happening. That's no one's gonna be like, hey, I'll trade you the fucking the fucking I don't know the rosary. You know,
Mm-hmm.
no one's gonna fucking do that. The first rosary for the atom bomb. No one's gonna fucking.
Right.
But instead, what they'll do allegedly is what I'm going to start saying this now. Allegedly, they will
Allegedly.
trade kids and people on islands, and they will do that for adrenochrome, according to Alex Jones. And you know,
Just
it's
throw him under
wild
the bus.
because. Well, okay, what's the reason why I do that? Let me tell you
So
why.
I didn't want
The
to
reason
get
why
his
is because
hands dirty. According to.
no was hey, bro, I'm not saying these things. All these things have been said by Alex Jones. He is my main reference for all of this. He is my main reference for all of these. Okay, so whatever I'm saying has been double down, triple down, double dog dared by Alex Jones. Okay,
That's
so, okay,
funny.
bro. Because let me tell you,
Oh, shit.
because you saw Alex Jones at Bohemian Grove, right, in the early 2000s, I think it was.
Mm,
Did
no,
you
I
see that? You remember that?
don't think so.
Oh yeah, dude. So he snuck in, quote unquote, snuck in. I don't believe he
Oh, you're
did.
talking about that
But
secret
he snuck
meeting?
into.
Like those people in the robes?
Yeah, yeah, yep. In Bohemian Grove, that place in the
Oh, I
woods.
know
It
what you're
was a.
talking about.
There was an exorcism there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
So
I know
he quote unquote
what you're
snuck
talking
in
about.
for that, and I don't believe he
Mhm.
actually snuck in because there's not. First of all, talk about the most, probably one of the hardest places to sneak in. Okay, with where all the elites are meeting. You're telling me you snuck in, my boy? Come on, bro. Stop playing. So I don't.
Right.
Yeah. All right. That's just not happening. So and there was this the reason why I don't believe he snuck in, the real core reason is because there was this guy who's now dead who was found missing. I don't, we're not confirmed that he's dead. He's
Oh
still
shit.
missing. He claimed to be, yeah, he I think it happened in the 80s. I'm not sure you can find this. There was one person who reported it. I forgot their name, but I'm sure the video is probably taken down now because of conspiracy reasons. There was this guy, I believe in the 80s or 90s. He claims that he was recruited by the Illuminati. Um,
Okay.
and he sort of creates this big picture where he was a high ranking member, not too high, but high enough that he
Mhm.
would know their plans for the future. And he claims that Alex Jones is part of the Illuminati. That his whole role is to spread, uh, to make it seem like he's out of the loop and to sort of make people against each other. That's sort of his
Okay.
role in the Illuminati. So that's apparently what that is. And he also claims to that they have plans to sort of fake a the second coming, right, of Christ,
Mhm.
by holograms in space from their satellites, that was built into the satellites. Which is interesting because we know by the declassified documents, I believe by the FBI or CIA,
Mhm.
that they were going to do that same thing to Cuba I believe, during the missile crisis.
Oh,
Um,
that's right. Yeah, I
so
remember reading about that.
yeah, so it adds. Yep. So it's not too far fetched. Everything he was saying was to add it up over time. Um, and so he was talking about how after they fake the second coming, that they'll place someone in power. Um, and start the sort of one world government. It'll unite people, all of that. He was sort of giving the lowdown and everything when the radio show tried to pick him up, and
Mhm.
it was reported that he was missing for the last 2 weeks prior. well, the last 2 weeks, about a month after he leaked everything. Now this is all alleged. I'm not saying this is 100% true, but I'm saying things are starting weirdly to add up. According to what he said, or at least the possibilities of it happening are starting to
Mm-hmm.
align to what he was saying. But what's that's sort of what's interesting about it, and that's why I sort of don't believe in the Alex Jones situation as it is. And that's
Oh yeah.
why you know what I mean. I feel like Alex Jones says some things here and there that's semi believable, but then he
Mm-hmm.
acts a certain way and he causes way too much division for someone who's trying to get the quote unquote truth out there. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Right.
that's sort of my take on that. What about you? What's your thoughts on Alex Jones and all of that?
I mean, he's a wild dude. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, don't know. Like some of the stuff he said, like way back when people were calling him like a nut job and stuff, have come to the surface as like being true.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, like the Elon
I don't
Musk
know. I
thing.
don't know where I stand on him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like Elon Musk.
Yeah, the
Um.
time beacons or whatever you were saying, time crystals that Elon Musk verified later on. Or something like that. We're gonna have to do more research into that in our next episode when we cover the next time we cover conspiracy theories.
Mhm.
But yeah, I see what you're saying. That's true. Some of the things he said
Yeah.
was verified later on, even though the way he presented them sounded wacky, right?
Right. I mean, yeah. Just because he was, I don't know, a bit obnoxious about it. I guess the best way I could
Hmm.
put it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree for sure. He's he seems to act like he knows a lot more than he's letting off, but also the way he delivers his quote unquote truth is in
Mhm.
a way that sort of breeds division between people, right? One
Yeah.
one time he would talk about freedom and how everyone deserves freedom and this and that, and like this is that, but then he'll hop on a bandwagon where everyone's incredibly divided between two things, and he'll
Hmm.
sort of impose himself on one side rather than
Right.
try to bring people together, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know why. Yeah, it's weird to me. It's weird to me. But
Yeah. I don't know.
yeah, it's sort of. So I think we can agree on that, right?
Yeah. And aren't there when? Sorry, my brain like went somewhere else when you were talking about the satellites. Aren't there like hella fucking satellites just floating out there that aren't being used anymore?
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. There's like, let me try to find the exact number, but there's like hundreds supposedly
Damn.
altogether. Yeah, are orbiting Earth. 7,772 active. No, 7,702 active satellites.
7,702. Oh my god.
This is like literally an accurate depiction of Earth right now. Let me send you this photo. All right, I sent you it. That's literally how Earth would look if NASA didn't fucking edit out their photos. Every single one of them.
Holy shit.
Yeah, bro. That's wild.
So how the fuck do you get a rocket through there? Like you got to be pinpoint accurate. You hit
That's
one of them
exactly. I
motherfuckers, you
think that's
go.
that's the whole point, right? Exactly. I think that's the
Mm,
whole point. Where
mm,
yeah.
okay. Oh my god, because look
I
at all
believe they
that.
do it only certain times a year for a reason. Yeah. But apparently to get a rocket to get a fucking
Oh,
a
okay.
satellite up there, it's fucking easy. Yeah, to
Right.
get a satellite up there is
What's like, holy
supposedly
shit.
easy, but to get rockets, it's like you know, right? Just air balloon it. You know what I mean? Fucking
Yeah. Fucking lantern, like Japanese dude. Just. float away.
yeah. Just like what's it called? That's
I
a
forget what
Chinese
it's
thing too,
called.
right? It's fucking
Yeah.
damn.
It's what was it called? Because they even did it in One Piece, and they called it by the name I forget.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's not gonna come to me because
I
it's
forgot what
Japanese
it's
name, and I'm
called, dude.
terrible with names in the first place.
The Oban Festival, right?
Okay.
Is that what it's called? No. No. Hold on. That's the one I think they sent to sea. That's not what I'm talking about.
I was wanted to
Tanabata.
see. Yeah.
Tanabata
Yeah.
Sky. Yeah, the Tanabata is the one in the sky.
Okay.
Yeah. Sky Lantern.
Sky Lantern. There you go.
Mm. Those are kind of cool. I want to do this. They do this in Wisconsin as well on certain times.
Do they?
Yeah, there's like certain times they do this. Let me look it up.
I didn't know that.
Yep. There's actually one coming up. It's the Water Lantern, and
Oh.
actually in Madison, Wisconsin, and in Chicago, Illinois, and there's in August 26th and in Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh shit.
Uh, and on October 21st in Chicago, Illinois, they're doing a Sky Lantern Festival.
Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That is. Damn, that'd be dope, honestly.
Yeah, it'd be cool to go to for real. But yeah, so
Right.
that's a. I think that sort of covers our conspiracy day. We had some thoughts on some things, a lot of thoughts on some other things. Um, there were times where I sort of couldn't form a proper sentence at all. I was There's a lot of sort of thoughts colliding. Yeah, for real, man. Because I'm still thinking about every time I think about it, I stutter. I can't even think properly. It's literally like I was saying. I was way into quantum physics and theoretics when I was early teenager. You know what I mean? I was yeah,
Okay.
and it's sort of I stopped that. Like I was telling you before we started the
Mhm.
podcast, right? It's way too much. It's
Yeah.
way too much referencing and too much fucking getting everything correct, right? Um,
Yeah.
because there's terms for terms for terms, literally.
Mm. Mm. Right.
If there's a word out there that can make it that's oversimplified, they'll fucking create a term that'll pinpoint its that'll pinpoint its specificality. It's so fucking annoying.
Yeah. Called to death.
But that's why I was like, nah, I'm
Propaganda
not
denied.
writing. Oh no, the mortal technique came back. Oh no. Oh, speaking of conspiracy theories and things like that, if y'all are into listening to something uh originally quote unquote woke, you could check out Immortal Techniques past music. You can check out Diabolic. He's more of an anarchist type of rapper. These people have no filters. Will say whatever comes to their mind
Yeah.
and will rap it the way they want to. So bear
It's
in
true.
mind, inclusivity, in their opinion, is no matter
Mhm.
what, everything goes. Rather than
Yeah.
emotional biases or anything. They don't
Right.
really have that. Um,
You
but
never know is one of the
yeah, so
most
going.
underrated songs by More Technique, I think.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you never know by Mortal Technique. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. It's really underrated. Prepare to Cry if you're into sentimental music.
Yeah.
It's supposedly based on a true story. Um, it's
Mm.
supposedly based on a true story. Unlike his song called Obnoxious. No, not obnoxious.
Not
Well, yeah,
noxious.
obnoxious as well, but also
Yeah.
unlike
Dance with the Devil.
don't listen to
You thinking?
obnoxious, by the way, unless you are Yes, Dance with the Devil. You are correct.
I mean, it's real. Just
But yeah, don't
he
listen to
didn't.
Obnoxious unless you are able to. Yeah, able to handle darker themes.
Mhm.
Um, but A Dance with the Devil is also very dark. It's based off of urban legend, a literal urban legend. We're not talking about folklore or anything like that. I'm a big mythology buff, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about urban legend by inner city um, locals, right?
Mhm.
Uh, these are it's really sad topic that sort of been around the been around certain parts of the Midwest in the United States, right? Um, really, this is not something that is uncommon, but it's something I think everyone should listen to at least once, right, to get a good grasp
Mhm.
on the good storytelling he has and what kind of person he is and what kind of rapper he sort of made himself to be. I think it's very interesting if you want something different on your Spotify or Apple Music playlist. But
Yeah,
yeah. Anything else to add, man? I don't know. I think we pretty much covered what we wanted to cover.
I, yeah, I think we do. Or I think we
Oh
did
shit! All
not do.
right.
Sorry.
No, no, bro. We both fucking up. It's completely fine. It's completely fine. We promise we'll be on our A game on episode 6. Please look out for us. It should be dropping. When should it be dropping? I believe it should be dropping in 2 weeks. I want to say, or yeah, in 2 weeks it should be dropping.
This one?
Maybe
You mean
11.
this episode? You talking about this episode or the next
Oh no
one?
no no no! Episode 6, the next one.
Oh.
Yeah, the next one should be dropping in 2 weeks, right?
Mm, I'd
We'll
say a
discuss that
week
when it
if you
happens.
really want to. I mean, that's, yeah. A week to 2 weeks
Well, I
there.
was just thinking, it depends on the schedule, right? But we'll talk about that after. Right? Yeah, yeah. A week or 2 weeks. I'll agree with that. But yeah, it's been your boy. I'm Icy, right? That's Mr. J right there. All
I'm not
right,
going to say that.
he
Yeah.
chillaxing. Well, why not? Why would you want to say it? All right.
No, I was going to say something, but I decided not
But
to.
yeah, that's Mr. J. Um, okay, please don't, because that actually happened a couple times with me during this recording. That happened a couple times. I was like, "Oh, let me catch myself." So some of the starters, I hope y'all know, listening, y'all who are listening, some of the starters are something we keep to ourselves. We just don't want to touch on that right now. We're not we're explicit in our speech normally. So we try to sort of censor ourselves the best we can.
Yeah, no
But you
filter.
will hear a couple fucks, shits, yeah, pieces of crap, shit like that. But otherwise, we try to keep it family friendly for the most part, right? 17 plus, right?
I try.
um, we try our best, okay? We try our best. So it's been your boys.
Absolute best.
It's been your men, your alpha sigma males. All right. See you in the next
We're
episode.
manly men.
Here we go. Now that we're men.
Deuces.
Forget facts. Forget logic. Forget everything that seems real. And just trust and believe.
a sedative,